Hey, what's going on to all of my Capricorns? So let's get into it. All right, so let's see. Yeah, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see. So for you Capricorns, you have the Nine of Cups, King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, okay? The Star, the Temperance, the Five of Swords, the Hanged Man, Page of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. And Capricorn is the 10th zodiac sign. Okay, but all right, let's get into it. So the Nine of Cups, right? The Nine of Cups and the King of Swords, right? And even the Queen of Swords. So this is a very interesting read, I'll say. It's very interesting because this may be a situation where some of you Capricorns, this is a very unusual reading because it's saying how there's someone that you're speaking to that you don't even necessarily get along with and like on that romantic level. Because the Knight of Cups represents confidence. It represents a person who is sure in themselves, right? And the King of Swords and the Queen of Swords represents the two of you not liking certain traits in each other. So, so, so let me get this right. So it's either you're dating somebody else or you don't like the type of people that you've been meeting out here so far. And the reason why it is that I'm saying that is because the Nine of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, like I said before, they represent, especially these two, they represent, especially in this tarot deck, it means that a relationship is not going to work. And then the Star card represents, okay, so the Star card represents you. I thought it meant somebody else for a minute. So you Capricorns don't necessarily like the type of people that you've been meeting out here so far. You don't like it. You don't like it. You've been meeting a lot of people that don't necessarily fit you and fit into your world anywhere. The Temperance. Because when they come into your world, they have the mentality of being better or wanting to compete instead of the two of you learning how to grow together, right? And as a result of that, that's where things end up becoming quite combative because these are people, these are people, that's my dog, but these are people who um they make it seem like they have so much to offer. They make it seem like they have so much to offer and all of that. But in actuality, maybe they have a little bit to offer or nothing at all, and they're just fronting like it. There's a lot of people out here fronting like, they're out here and they got a lot to offer. When in actuality, that's exactly what it is most of the times. It's really people just fronting. It's really people just acting, perpetrating a fraud. You know what I mean? By acting like, oh, I'm a boss and all this other type of stuff. It's like, yo, bosses pay for stuff. Bosses pay for things by definition, because how you gonna be a boss which implies that you got something or someone working for you and you not paying. Like I'm like trying, you know what I mean? Trying to try to go work for a boss that doesn't pay you. That's an internship. That's an internship. You understand? So the Five of Swords, the Five of Swords is what? The Five of Swords is, and this person kept bringing BS to you, bringing BS to you, more, more, more. So you Capricorns have been meeting people, like I said, who do a lot of faking, do a lot of fronting, trying to make it seem like they so fancy, they got things figured out. This, that, the third, they got this figured out. They don't want you to know that, you know what I mean? They're really struggling, you know, but their ego. And this is why it is that I keep saying that ego is just, ego is a very interesting thing, isn't it? Because you really see people, oh, you know, I've got this and I've got that. It's like, yeah, we know what you've got. We know what you've got. Yeah, get you. Yeah, yeah, we know what you got. All right, yeah, huh, next. And it's this smile on their face. It's like, yo, take the smile off your face, yo. You know someone's got some serious ego problems when they got that they know that they wrong and they got that smile on their face. I'm hiding something. Yeah, you hide the fact that you're a failure. Because let me go ahead and say this. Because winners, number one, winners who do, and this is why it is I say that most people don't know how to handle power. And it's showing itself. Because people who know how to handle power, whenever it is that because of the fact that you're accustomed to winning and you're accustomed to getting things going your way, you know how to talk from people. You know how to take constructive criticism. That's one of the things that you learn how to do if you're going to be a winner. You have to learn how to take constructive criticism. So there's no way you're going to be in a situation where people are going to think that you're a winner and you don't know how to take constructive criticism. If you feel if you feel like you have to win every argument, something's off. You don't always have to win because you hide in something. Because why do you need to win an argument? What is an argument? An argument is two or more people, maybe even yourself internally, where you're trying to convince the other person of the reality that you live in. The two of you are adults. The two of you don't have to argue. That's why I don't argue. If a person doesn't agree with me, I don't care. We'll agree to disagree. They have their reality and I have mine. What is the idea? What is the idea of me? No, I need to show and prove to you that my idea is better and this is the way that you should be living. I'm not doing all that to be arguing with somebody. But then you have the hanged man, right? And the hanged man and the page of swords represents being in a situation where it's also about learning how to, even though you're not with anybody right now, because you've been meeting a lot of people who are fake, you learning more of yourself, and to realize that you Capricorns could be with somebody else, or I should say be with somebody, or you could be by yourselves. It's ultimately up to you. The page of swords now. The page of swords now represents, and if someone comes on in, you know, then they're going to have to learn to work with you and not against you. You know what I mean? Because you're going to be with somebody, because how you going to be with somebody and then try to sabotage the person? That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? You accept the cookie, or you accept the you know what I mean? And you laying down for that, but you ain't laying down for to get your stuff together. Yeah. Yeah, that's a dub. So the thing is that the Eight of Cups now, right? The Eight of Cups is also too, right? The Eight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, you may have found out that a lot of these people, coincidentally, that you were dating, right? Well, I should say some of them, to be fair about it. Some of these people just got themselves out of a relationship 1, 2 days ago. You know what I mean? 7 days ago. And this person is looking for somebody. 2 weeks didn't even pass. And, they're already trying to look for somebody different. They're already trying to look for somebody else. The Eight of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles is, you Capricorns looking at this, especially the Ten of Pentacles, you Capricorns kind of looking at this and paying attention to this and just thinking to yourselves, what is this going on? This person got all this confidence, and it's not coming from any kind of place of success or any of that stuff. And this person has all this mentality that they've got going on. Well, what is that? What is going on with this? That's what they've got going on, because that's the majority. Like I said, that's the majority. Well, it's starting to calm down now, but people still have that arrogance to a certain extent. I'm gonna turn you down because you're not what I want. It's like, okay, you go be searching for a long time. Because see, a lot of times when people turn you down, right? A lot of times when people turn you down, oh, I'm not, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you. I'm not really feeling you. What it is that a lot of the times they're not necessarily saying no in a sense that they don't like you. What they mean to say is that you're not what it is that they're looking for at the moment. Because you have to understand, right? You have to take this into consideration. Unless the person is really that attracted to somebody, obviously a part of their ethnic group or something like this, um, they really don't have any kind of, you know, uh, reason to say no. As long as the person is decent, there really isn't, and if they potentially really are attracted to only people within their ethnic group, there really is no reason to say no, unless like I said, unless there's something wrong with them, or something wrong with some sort of, you know, it's serious or something like this. There's no real point to say no, because a lot, and why I'm saying that in the first place is because a lot of times what you'll have is that you'll have a lot of times people will be like, oh, they have this, they have that. I want y'all to know that most of the times when people say that they have this and they have that, you know that they're lying, right? Because if they did have this, why is the dating pool so trash? You would think that since it's so easy to pair up, you would think that a lot of people would be paired up by now, right? And they would stay in those relationships. But why is it that when summertime comes around, summertime comes around, is hot summer, it's time to go ahead and do what it is that you do. It's because a lot of people faking the funk. So let's clarify the ooh, there's so much to talk about. Ooh, let's clarify the temperance. So many cards to talk about, so little time. So so you have the Knight of Wands, Magician, the Two of Swords, the Fool. So the Knight of Wands is yeah, they coming in. Some of the people, you know what I mean, that the people who've been coming in, you know, being delusional, they're telling you all this stuff about how it is, that, you know, they don't know what it is that, you've got going on or what it is that you used to, but they're coming in to fix all of that because they're a boss. And you need to know that you're in the presence. Either that or they're acting like it. They can't seem to text. They can't, texting takes 10, 20, 30 minutes, blah, 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 blah. Takes forever and all this other type of stuff. If, like I said, if a person's got something else going on, they could just say, hey, I got something else going on, I'll call you back or I'll text you back, you know these silly little optical illusions of value and what people hold value and stuff like this. Like I said before, people waste way too much time I'm trying to, you know what I mean, when it don't even really be, it don't even really has to be that extra. It's just dysfunctional, if you ask me. A lot of it, not all, but a lot of it. Some things people do well, you know what I mean. But the magician represents, and you're just looking at them like, oh, okay, it is what it is. Okay, let's see how much of a boss you are. But then when they potentially have made all these big claims that unfortunately they can't seem to actually follow through. Why? Because it seemed like when you started asking them questions, it seemed like the next day they may have just stopped talking to you. Now all of a sudden it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days go by, 2 weeks go by, and you ain't heard anything from them. You asking yourself, well, what is going on over here? Because some of them may have talked a big game and tried to pump themselves up, but then when it's time for them to actually follow through, they don't seem to actually follow through. Now let's clarify the Hanged Man. All right, let's clarify the Hanged Man. You have the Five of Wands, the Sun, the Nine of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. So the Five of Wands is what? The Five of Wands represents you having to learn to not take what it is that people say um, for face value. And I'm not saying that you Capricorns were, but I mean that, you Capricorns trust people. So a lot of times, whenever it is that Capricorns get themselves, y'all get themselves in a relationship, a lot of you Capricorns do tend to um, trust people, right? Especially if you Capricorns have done the internal emotional work. But the Five of Wands is deeper because the Five of Wands is more about knowing when someone is lying. And you have to learn how to build that skill up, is what the card is really saying. You have to learn to build that skill up. You know, most of the times, if the person is talking big, it means that more than likely, it's like poker. If the person is talking big, more than likely the person doesn't really have anything, more than likely, right? So the thing is that the sun card is, you need to shine a sun on that. Like, you need to have awareness of that. You need to have enlightenment on that, you know? just pay attention, right? Like a lot of times when people, talk big and they're like, oh, I got this and I got that, and they never show you anything. Because when you tell them, when you tell them, you need to show me something. Nah, no, I don't know. You've been talking so much about it. Yes, you do need to show me something. Otherwise, you're going to get laughed right out of the building. You do need to show us something. Yes, you do. Yes, because with all the talking that they've been doing, yes, because they don't have to be doing all that talking. All it is that they should have did is they shouldn't have said anything. But see, here's the situation: the Nine of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. What happened? You found out that the only person who was working, or who would be working if the two of y'all got together, would be you, because you Capricorns know that you suited and booted. But these people, nah, they got a whole bunch of dysfunction going on. Because I've seen this before plenty of times where people people talk, I love you. People talk so much about people talk so much about um what they have, and no one asks them. They're talking about, well, I got the latest 2022, car, and coupe or whatever, and the car, and the coupe looks so clean and it's so fly, this, that, and the third. It's like, okay, cool. I mean, good for you, unless it's something that you work hard for and it matters to the group of people who you showing it to, like your family, because you showing your family that you're able to fly just like some of the other family members, stuff like this. What are most people going to care for? You know what I mean? Most people are going to be like, oh, okay. And you bringing that attention onto yourself, it actually puts you in a situation where you're going to have a lot of envious people. And I'm not so sure you want that. Because another thing, too, that a lot of people don't talk about is envy can cause things to kind of, mechanical things to kind of break down. You know what I mean? It's called the green eye. But that's a whole other subject for another day. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. If you'd like to contact me for a personal reading, my website, the link to my website, as well as my Instagram page, as well as the link to my book, which is on Amazon, is in the comments section below. Trying to get this YouTube channel to 10,000 subscribers by the end of June. Right now, I'm at 3,543. So please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop these videos. Peace.